Brazil might just be the biggest footballing nation in the world. Pele, Ronaldinho, R9, and now maybe Endrick. The young kid from Brazil is smashing it and is coming to Real Madrid this summer. But how would he do if he replicated R9's career? Possibly Brazil's best ever number 9. Let's see if Endrick can take that title as Brazil's best ever striker and maybe the world's best while he's at it. R9 scored 280 goals in 384 games, so that's the aim. 280 goals to beat. Also, R9 won 2 Ballon d'Ors and a bunch of other trophies as well. Let's see if Endrick can catch him in Ballon d'Ors, goals and accolades. And since we're replicating R9's career, we are with PSV, R9's first ever European club. Endrick will be here for 2 years and then he'll go to Barcelona next year, unless of course he moves away himself. If he wants to deviate slightly, that's completely up to him, but he will be going to Barcelona in 2 years, no matter where he is. Back here at PSV after season 1, Endrick is still here, but he's 82 overall. He's only gone up 2 overall this season, which I mean is fine. He can develop at his own pace. He has potential to be special, of course he is. 17 goals and 12 assists, so not the top scorer. That goes to Noah Lang off the wing. By the way, in case you haven't noticed already, yes, I'm very sick, but we don't worry about that. Come on, Endrick is on. Yes, I've called him Endrick twice. We just roll with that. So that's 17 goals. What does that leave? 263 to go. Let's see if he can win any trophies in the Dutch league while he's here. He still has another year here, of course. They're second so far in the Eredivisie. With 1 game to go, they are 3 points off, so technically they could win the title. Very unlikely though. Herenveen to play. They do win 2-0 and they don't win the title. Ajax win their final game with 2 losses all year. What a season for Ajax. It's good from Endrick. It is good. It's not incredible though. Also his stats are weird. He's got 95 passing. Don't worry about that. I'm sure as time goes on he'll like even out over time. And in other tournaments, what about in the Orange Becker? Lost to Volendam in round 2. That's bad. He should really be doing better than that. What about in European tournaments? Yeah, so they came second in their Europa League group and then got through the preliminary round against Club Bruges and then got bounced by Braga in the round of 16. Not the best Europa League campaign for PSV, but granted, it's not the worst either. Let's go to the next season and see how Endrick's doing. His final season in the Dutch league. So to really spell this out, let's have a look at every single trophy Endrick can win. He can win the league title, the domestic cup. He can't win the World Cup because he's Brazilian and Brazil isn't in FIFA, thanks EA. So he's going to have to make up for that with Champions League victories. Those 3 trophies are definitely going to make or break his career. 4th, and maybe most importantly, Ballon d'Ors. The individual award is so important. By the way, I am simulating with Derby. I don't want to influence Endrick's career at all. I want him to take the path that he so chooses. But they're the 4 that really matter. League, Cup, Champions League, and Ballon d'Or. Because, like, who really cares about the Europa League? Come on. All right, back with PSV year 2. Endrick is here. 86 overall. Wow, he's really, really good now. I wonder what his value is. As a, 19-year-old, he's worth 177 million. And he's going straight to Barcelona for a single year. PSV, again, runners-up it'll be in the Eredivisie. But they did win the Orange Becker, so there's 1 domestic trophy for Endrick. Nothing in the Champions League either. When did they get knocked out? Probably the group stage, right? Yeah, they got grouped. So they're in the Europa League. In the preliminary round, they won against Roma and then lost in the round of 16 again. Okay, so pretty poor, to be honest. Although they did win the Orange Becker. So there is a trophy for Endrick. We count that. And there we go. Endrick has now joined the big time. He's playing for Barcelona without question. He starts straight away up front. Of course, he's not actually in the team yet because I mean, it's May and he's going to get transferred over, but he starts for Barcelona, a team that are currently 2nd in La Liga and a perennial champion. You don't need me to justify why Barcelona are good, but he will be leaving Barcelona next season, going straight away to Inter Milan for 5 years. But what can he do? In 1 season with Barcelona, how many records can Endrick break? First of all, though, how many goals did he score for PSV? Endrick with 20 goals. Add that onto the 17 from last year. 37 goals in 2 years for a teenager. Unheard of. Completely unheard of. So what? 37 goals. That leaves him with 243 to go. That seems like oddly doable. I don't know. I feel like Endrick can do that. Ballon d'Or votes are in. Haaland, Rodrigo, who's now a Man City player, and Phil Foden all nominated for the Ballon d'Or, as well as Kylian Mbappe. Rodrigo, of course, isn't there, but interestingly, R9 won his first ever Ballon d'Or at 21 years old. At the end of this season, Endrick's going to be 20, and by the time the next Ballon d'Or rolls around, round, he will be 21. So let's see. R9 won his first Ballon d'Or at 21. Can Endrick do it as well? Endrick here for Barcelona, the best player on the team, but not the top goal scorer, not even second. 21 goals for him this season. Ferran Torres getting 33 and 16. Insane season for Ferran Torres. I don't know what happened, but Endrick at 90 overall, 21 goals. I feel like that's brilliant, but he can do better than that, I think. They are top of La Liga at the moment. There's still time, 5 games to go, and they are 6 points clear, and they won the Copa de España, so they could do a domestic double here. Are they going to do a treble? No, they're not. Knocked out in the quarters to PSG, so no treble for Barcelona, but can they finish out this league season? They lose to Osasuna, beat Cadiz and Vallecano. They get a draw against Real Madrid, which is probably enough in that game, and they win against Espanyol. Derby day on the final day, 94 points for them. Total goals for the year, Endrick gets himself 25. R9 won the Ballon d'Or this year in his career. Can Endrick do it as well? He is nominated. Yes, that is what he looks like. You just run with it. Okay, EA are being weird. I can't make my own Endrick. We just have to slide with this. So he is nominated alongside Rodrigo, Phil Foden and Erling Haaland. Can he win himself the Ballon d'Or? At 21 years old, can he make himself the joint youngest Ballon d'Or winner ever? No, he can't. Erling Haaland, the robot, steals the Ballon d'Or. Endrick doesn't get it at 21 years old. R9 did, so that's 1-0 to R9, but Endrick can get more than 2 Ballon d'Ors. I'm certain of that. Let's see if he can pull it off. He has the potential, but can he do it when it matters? Now we're with Inter Milan. This is Endrick's first season at Inter Milan. He transferred last year. He's the best player at the club, and he's got 0 games. 0 games. Not even 1. Not a single game for the club. Here he is, Endrick. Yeah, oh my god. How have you not played a single game? Oh my god. Ben Doak is here, and Endrick's played the same amount of games as him, and he's a Ballon d'Or nominee. Why isn't he playing? Oh my god. Can't believe Endrick's not playing. And they've Barcelona in the Champions League. Oh my god. In the Serie A, they're 5th, so they're not having the best of seasons. No wonder they're not playing their best player. And they won the EA Sports Super Cup, and they're in the final of the Coppa Italia. They've done terribly in the league, and they might just get knocked out of the Champions League. But you know what? If you're not going to play Endrick, I am. Felix off, Endrick on. Barcelona versus Inter Milan, 2-1. Okay, so Barcelona do progress. Endrick has a terrible game, but he doesn't get taken off, so that's not too bad, I guess. I mean, I suppose it's improvement to some degree. Right, let's sim out the rest of this season. They lose the final of the Coppa Italia, so all they come out with this year is the EA Sports Super Cup. Endrick ends the season with 4 goals. Okay, so he did actually start playing the second we showed up. That makes no sense. Okay, so he's playing now. Okay, 4 goals for Endrick. I mean, we'll add that to the tally. He's up to 66. It's not mega. He's got 4 more years now at Inter Milan, and then I think he goes to Real Madrid for 5 years. Although having that said, it does kind of even the playing field, because R9 was injured for a lot of the time that he was with Inter Milan. So Endrick basically not playing for an entire season, and R9 also like basically not playing for several seasons, to be honest, kind of levels us here. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe Endrick starts every game next season. Who knows? I hope he does. I mean, damn. He's the best striker in world football. There's no reason why he shouldn't, but obviously stranger things have happened, so we'll see. Is Endrick nominated for a 2nd year in a row? No, he's not. And it makes perfect sense. I mean, he didn't play for most of last season. Mbappe, Torres, Saka, and Ansu Fati, but absolutely no sign of Endrick. We've had a couple of transfers as well. Ansu Fati now a Bayern Munich player. Can he win himself the Ballon d'Or? The Spanish wonder kids turn superstar? Not quite. It's Ferran Torres, the Barcelona winger. To be fair, he was superior to Endrick when Endrick was at Barcelona, and now he's proving it with a Ballon d'Or victory. That is just insane. Oh my god, Endrick. He's up to a 97. Look at those stats. The man's insane. And it's actually a very strong Inter Milan team. How has Endrick done so far this year? Okay, finally he's top scorer of a top 5 league club, whatever that means. 26 and 19. 19 assists is mega. 26 goals. Goals is all we really care about. I mean, it's R9. Come on, he's a goal scorer. They're looking like they're going to finish 5th again in the league, although they could push into Champions League places. And they're still in the Europa League. They won their tie against RB Leipzig, the first leg anyway, and they're in the Coppa Italia final, so they could, well, they couldn't do a treble actually. They're doing terribly in the league. But let's see how they got on so far. Bergamo Calcio to play, and they win. They get through that tie against Leipzig, and here we have the Coppa Italia final. Can Endrick win the Coppa Italia? 2-0 win in extra time. Ben Seguir scores and Endrick shores it up. So Inter Milan do in fact win domestic glory. And in the league, they are 5th. But if they win this game, they secure Champions League football for next season. Here we go. Juventus versus Inter Milan, and it's gonna be Inter Milan, a 3-0 win. Endrick in the 1st minute off the bat, and then a Harvey Elliott brace secures the victory. 3-0 to Inter Milan, dominant over Juventus, and once again a Champions League club. But yes, the Europa League is still to come, and it's going to be a Milan derby in the final. They've already secured Champions League for next season, but can they win themselves some European silverware? AC Milan versus Inter. And it's AC on penalties. It's Maldini with the winner. Ben Seguir misses a crucial penalty. Endrick scores in the game, but so does Rafael Leao, a future Ballon d'Or contender, I'm sure, as well. And AC Milan take the Europa League. Endrick ends the season with 29 goals added onto his tally already. He's up to 95, 5 off 100. So in 5 seasons so far, it would probably take him about 15 years. And we've already done 5 of those years. So at this rate, he'll roughly hit it when he's about 32, which is pretty good. But Endrick can have bigger seasons than this. He can have 30 to 40 goal seasons. Like, he can do that. It's just a matter of will he. He has the resources, he has the team, and he has the quality. Does he have the willpower and determination to do it? Is Endrick nominated for the Ballon d'Or? He is, right? Yeah, okay, he is this season, thank God. Mbappe, Bukayo Saka, and his enemy from the Europa League final, Rafael Leao. Here we go. Can Endrick get his first Ballon d'Or? Yes, he can. There we go. He's on the board. Endrick's got a Ballon d'Or. Okay, I'm not worried anymore. He wasn't playing games, but now he is. He's flowing, and he's officially the best player in the world. How long can he maintain this title for? How many Ballon d'Ors can he win? R9's got 2. Do you reckon Endrick can get like 5 or 6? Can he challenge the GOATs for Ballon d'Ors? Maybe he can. Because remember, if we end up being better than R9, which is a very lofty goal, by the way, we're not stopping there. We're shooting higher, and we're aiming for the GOATs of the game, Messi and Ronaldo. And if Endrick can do that, then I'll be more than impressed. Oh my God, Endrick is almost perfect. He's 98 rated. The most ridiculous card I've seen, and he still has 3-star weak foot. But we don't need to worry about that right now. I mean, he's still banging them in, and he just won the Ballon d'Or, but he's not even the top scorer on his own team. Endrick with 24, but João Felix with 32 goals. How does this happen? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. They are 3rd in the league, 4 points off the top, so the title is still within reach. They've also got the best goal difference of anyone up there, which tells me that maybe they should be at the top. They lost to EA Sports Super Cup, not in the Coppa Italia for the first time. No Champions League either. That's a shame. But they're in the Europa League semi-final. They're down against Manchester United, but it's not over. Let's sim out the season then. Napoli on the last day as well. That'd be brilliant. Fiorentina first. If they do get a win, they don't come back against Manchester United, but they beat Salernitana, and that leaves them 2 points off the top. Now, there's a bit of a dilemma here, because if Inter Milan win and AC Milan also win, it may just hand AC Milan the title over Napoli. But listen, Inter just want to win the game and see if they can nab the title for themselves. So here we have it then. Napoli versus Inter Milan. Can Endrick win the league title in Italy? 2-1 win may be enough, and it is an Endrick brace. And AC Milan win their game. That might not be enough, is it? Is it enough? No, it's not. It's goal difference, and it's AC Milan again, winning the Europa League ahead of Inter Milan, now winning the Serie A ahead of Milan. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So close for Endrick. But at the end of all games, he ends up with 27 goals in 55 appearances. We can add that onto the tally, and that gives him 122 goals. So we still have 158 to go to catch R9 Ronaldo. Doesn't sound like that much, but it'll take a long time. 158 goals is 5 30-plus goal seasons. R9 was pretty good at the whole football thing, man. But let's see if Endrick can be better next season's Ballon d'Or. Can Endrick go back to back? Endrick is indeed nominated for the Ballon d'Or alongside Saka, Leao, and Kylian Mbappe, who I haven't seen actually win a Ballon d'Or yet. I mean, I'm sure he has, but I just haven't seen it. So will it be the Frenchman, or will it be the Brazilian Endrick? Who's going to take the Ballon d'Or? It's going to be Endrick. Back-to-back seasons, and Endrick wins himself another Ballon d'Or. It's funny when you think about it, you know, I feel like we put so much pressure on these young players. I say we, because like simulations like this don't help. Like, it puts a lot of pressure on Endrick to really live up to his potential. I mean, it's 2029, he's already got 2 Ballon d'Ors. I wonder what his career will be like in real life. I wonder if he'll ever win the Ballon d'Or. Back at Inter Milan, I think the strike partnership between João Felix and Endrick is still going strong, but I wonder who's got more goals this campaign. It's Endrick this time, 25 goals. I know Gittins is here now, and he's the 2nd top scorer over João Felix. 3rd in the league, only 3 points off the top, although Napoli and Monza do have games in hand. Monza, by the way, how the hell did they get up there? Coppa Italia, Lazio and Juventus. Where did we get knocked out? Round of 16 to Parma, that's poor. Champions League, no luck. Europa League, nah, no, that's poor. That's poor. But let's see if we can somehow close this out. We do have Monza on the 2nd last day of the season. Inter Milan do beat Juventus, and they do beat Genoa. Endrick's actually been really clutch so far throughout this whole career mode. I feel like he's in the big games really stepped up. They're only 2 points off Napoli at the top. Monza to play, and they do get the win. Do they win the league? Yes, they do. The biggest final day comeback in Italian league history. Don't quote me on that, because I'm not actually quite sure. But what a win, by the way. That is unbelievable. What a result for Inter Milan. 3rd going into the final day. They nab the victory. Endrick ends the season on a grand total of 27 goals. We add that to his current tally. That brings him up to 149. 1 off 150. He's absolutely banging them in. Put that in. Putting that in leaves him 131 off R9. We're getting there. We are getting there with time. He's only with Inter Milan for 1 more season season, and then he's going back to Spain, but not with Barcelona. Quite the opposite, actually. He's going to Real Madrid. Can Endrick get 3 in a row? He's nominated down the end, as well as Mbappe, Haaland, and Rodrigo. No new nominees here today, but can Endrick get 3 on the bounce? That would be legendary. That's only something the best do. And Endrick's one of the best. 3 in a row. He's now overtaken R9's total Ballon d'Or count, and he's going for more. He's only young. Plenty of years left in his career. This is his final year at Inter Milan until he goes to Real Madrid, which is effectively the biggest club in the world. Let's see if he can deliver on the promise of the great Brazilian strikers. Let's see if he can become the greatest Brazilian striker in the world. 131 goals to go. To be fair, if he's playing for Real Madrid, he could do that in like 3 seasons. Let's see how he does. And in Endrick's final season in Inter Milan, the Champions League animation is playing as he overtakes R9's Ballon d'Or record. We're into the Champions League as well. He's never won the Champions League, so this is his big break. Let's see how he's doing goal scoring this season. 27. There we go. That's pretty good with some games left in the tank. And in the Serie A, second, 1 point off Napoli. 3 games to go, so it comes right down to the wire. Let's see how we do. Leverkusen to play. 2-0 win in the first leg. Excellent. 2-0 up after the first leg. Seems like a pretty easy one to close out, and it is. A 1-0 win. Endrick misses a penalty. João Felix scores anyway. No real stress about it. And it's going to be PSG in the final, and it could have been AC Milan, but they weren't good enough to get past PSG. Now, we did draw with Hellas Verona, so we kind of need to win this game, and we do against Lazio. 4 points from our last 6 may not be enough to keep up with Napoli. They drew as well. Okay, so 1 point in it, and Inter Milan win. Is it enough for the league title? Did Napoli slip? Yes, they did. It's enough. Inter Milan win back-to-back Serie A titles. So they've won the Serie A. Can they do the league and cup double? Can Endrick win himself his first ever Champions League title? It's against this PSG team with Kylian Mbappe, his perennial Ballon d'Or contender, as well as Jude Bellingham and Pedri in midfield. That's the most disgusting midfield I've ever seen in my life. In Old Trafford, under the lights, can Endrick become a Champions League winner? Yes, he can. It's a 2-1 win, and he scores in the final. Brilliant. Endrick, Champions League winner. There we have it. The Brazilian striker is now a European champion. That is huge for his resume. We've done career sims before where the player just never wins the Champions League. I think Messi's done it once or twice. Incredible career, brilliant overall, brilliant teams, and just never got over the line. But Endrick did this season with his massive contribution of 32 goals. Add that onto his current tally, takes him up to 181. 99 goals left to beat R9's record, and he's going to Madrid to try and do it in the Spanish capital. There we have it. The Endrick transfer is complete. He's gone from Inter Milan the whole way to Real Madrid. Yes, it cost 900 million. No, it's not actually going to cost Real Madrid that much. Don't worry about it. I have mods. I can do what I want on this game. No, I'm kidding. Noel is not playing up front for very long. It's probably going to be Gonzalo Ramos and Endrick up front. They just won't play Vinicius up front because it's just broken. Although, actually, do you know what? I'm going to make Vinicius a striker, because if I don't make him a striker, then he just won't play up front, and that's just boring. I want Vinicius to play with Endrick, okay? Let's simulate a season with Real Madrid and see how Endrick does in his first season with Real Madrid, but his second season in La Liga behind his 1 season with Barcelona. And there is Endrick in his Real Madrid jersey. It's Rodrigo, Haaland, and Mbappe again. Rodrigo, the Brazilian, abandoning Real Madrid, going to Manchester City, glory hunting like he's Goodwin, but he wins a 4th Ballon d'Or, does Endrick. 4 in a row for the Brazilian striker. He is immense, and he is unstoppable. If he gets 1 more Ballon d'Or, he ties Cristiano Ronaldo's Ballon d'Or record, which is just insane. Guess who's the top scorer at Real Madrid? Actually, you don't even need to guess. You probably know who it is. It's Endrick. He's got 30 goals already this season, and he's absolutely flying with Los Blancos, and he's top of the league as well. They've lost 2 games all season, 3 including the Supercopa, 4 including the Copa de España semi-final. They won the UEFA Super Cup against his old team Inter Milan, but they're not in the Champions League. They got bounced in the groups. Oh my god. And they got knocked out in the round of 16. Not even the preliminary round to Midtjylland. Terrible season in Europe for Real Madrid, but they're doing pretty well domestically, so can't complain. Let's finish this out then. Let's win Endrick his La Liga title. Is it his first La Liga title? I'm not sure if he won with Barcelona. I don't think he did, actually. So this would be his first La Liga title. They beat Atletico in the derby. They beat Real Sociedad. A 0-0 draw with Girona, and Eibar in the final day of the season leaves them with the La Liga title on 90 points. 2 losses. And how many goals from Endrick this season? 33. Add that onto the 181 he's already got. It leaves him with a total of 114. Sorry, 214. Which means that we have, what, 66 goals left? Which, I mean, that's 33 goals a season for 2 more years. We're going to catch R9 by 28 years old. That's insane from Endrick. Let's see if he can keep it up. 4 more years to go at Real Madrid. By the way, Vinicius is gone. I don't know where he's disappeared to. He's gone to Bayer Leverkusen. Xavi Alonso just wanted him, obviously. But Endrick is here at Real Madrid for another 4 years, and then he is off to what football club? AC Milan for only a year. Is he on for 5 in a row. He's nominated alongside Haaland, Højlund, and Mbappe. The battle of the Højlunds. Can either of them nab the Ballon d'Or? Can Kylian Mbappe finally get a Ballon d'Or in this video? Can anything other than Endrick winning the Ballon d'Or? No, okay, of course. Well, I don't even know why I thought differently. Endrick wins his 5th Ballon d'Or on the bounce. He's now tied Cristiano Ronaldo for what, the 2nd most Ballon d'Ors in history, and he's 3 off Messi, and he's like 26. Insane. Insane. Is there any second season syndrome at Real Madrid for Endrick? No, quite the opposite. Lord have mercy. 52 goal contributions in 48 games. That gives me a headache. He's 27. Second in La Liga. 8 points off Real Sociedad, so they're not probably going to win the league. And Real Sociedad won the Supercopa, but they did win the Copa de España. There you go. Real Madrid win the Copa de España. No Champions League, though. Knocked out by Man United in the round of 16. But what a goal-scoring season for Endrick. Having that said, only winning the Copa de España isn't really great, but you know, goal-scoring great, so we can work with that. Are they going to win the league? No. 6 points off. That means it's not going to happen. Cadiz is a draw. Real Madrid finished 2nd in La Liga. And Endrick ends the year on a grand total of 40 goals. Add that to his current tally, brings him up to 254 goals. He needs 280, which means 26 left to go. It's such a shame about Brazil and the World Cup as well. I'd absolutely love to bring Endrick to the World Cup, but because of EA licensing, we just can't do it. It's so frustrating. And I don't really want to make him like Argentinian or anything like that, or like put him on a different national team, because it's not the same. It's also not fair because he's so good. So he's just going to have to make up for it with Ballon d'Ors. He's now equaled Cristiano Ronaldo's 5 Ballon d'Ors. Can he get himself a 6th? Surely he can't do 6 in a row. He's nominated. Maybe he can, as well as the entire Man City front 3. It's Endrick versus Qatar. Can Endrick hold out against the Middle East? No, he can't. The streak is broken. And of course, it would be the robot. Erling Haaland takes a Ballon d'Or. Endrick has got 5 though, so nothing to really complain about. We just keep moving to May and we just keep going. Let's see how he can do in his 3rd year at Real Madrid. Almost halfway through his spell now. What are the goals looking like this year? Oh my God. 8. Is that all? 8? Seriously? Oh, Matthias Tell has nicked all his goals off him. This may not be as easy as I thought it would be. No wonder he didn't win the Ballon d'Or. And they're 5th in the league. They're suffering. Yeah, 45 goals scored for them and 60 for Villarreal. Frankly, not good enough, although they did win the Supercopa. They got knocked out in the Copa de España by Mallorca. Oh my God. No Champions League for them again. Man City this time around. Foden, Haaland, and Rodrigo. That's just not good, really, is it? Right, let's go to the last day of the season and see where they're at. I bar away, because Real Madrid should really be a Champions League club, so they shouldn't be finishing outside the Champions League places. That kind of goes without saying. 5th. Yeah, and if anything, they could go down the table. Win to get Europa League, and they do win. Okay. Top scorer is still Matthias Tell. Endrick with 11 goals and 11 assists. He did get the most assists out of anyone, to be fair. We can add 11 to his tally. 265 goals scored, 15 to go. He's got 2 more seasons at Real Madrid, and then he's going straight to AC Milan for a single year. And then after that, he's done. Kind of finished. To be fair, R9's career wasn't the longest. It was only 15 years. So Endrick's going to retire in 3 years. God, that kind of makes this a bit more intense, actually. All right, we've got 3 more years to get Endrick up to speed. 15 goals away from R9's record. He should get it, but considering the amount of goals he scored this year, you never know. Plus, he can always get injured or something, so he should achieve R9's record, but it's not a given by any means, so stay nervous. He's also only won 1 Champions League title, granted 5 Ballon d'Ors. He now needs to win the Ballon d'Or every single year for the rest of his career to match Messi's record of 8. Don't know if he'll do that. Ballon d'Or nominees are in, and there's no sign of Endrick. We've lost him completely. In his place, a man called Diego Rubio, which is the most like Latin American name ever. He's playing for Juventus, and he's taken Endrick's spot in the Ballon d'Or. Is he going to win the award though? He's the only one there that's never been nominated before. He's an auto-generated player, and Erling Haaland does take the Ballon d'Or, but I'm a bit concerned. Has Endrick really fallen off that much? 4th season at Real Madrid, he's back on top of the scoring charts. 26 goals. Matthias Tell is gone. He's dead. He's not dead. I'm sure he's okay. And the top of the league. Brilliant. 5 games to go. Top of the La Liga. In his 2nd last year with Real Madrid. No Champions League still. With the most Champions League club in the world, he's still not reached the Champions League semi-final with Real Madrid, which is very frustrating because they're in the Europa League. They didn't make the semis. They made the quarters, got knocked out to Ghent. Brilliant. Well, I'm glad that's over. Was he the top scorer in the league though? Cameo for Girona with 19. Endrick with Real for 18 goals. That's not bad. Let's simulate the rest of the season and see if we can nab the scoring title. They win against Atletico Madrid. Las Palmas is a win as well. Draw, and then another draw with Sevilla. Sevilla. But to be fair, they've already really won the league. Betis on the last day, 2-1 win. Did he get the scoring title? Orban does. Gift Orban, the Nigerian striker. Endrick comes third with 20 goals in the league. However, in total, 28 goals, which puts him past R9. At the age of 29, he takes over R9's scoring title. He's now at 293 goals for his career, and he's still got 2 seasons to go. Let's see if Endrick can pull away from R9. Let's see if Endrick can become by far the greatest Brazilian striker of all time. And they've had legends. They've had R9, they've had Romario, and they've had Pele. They've had loads of others. But can Endrick be the best? There we go. Finally, Endrick's nominated for the Ballon d'Or alongside Erling Haaland, Diego Rubio, the enemy, and Ezra Johnson. Weird ass name. Anyway, on to the 5th Ballon d'Or winner. Is it Endrick? He's got his 6th. It's Endrick winning the Ballon d'Or. He pulls clear of Cristiano Ronaldo. He gets 3 times as many Ballon d'Ors as R9, and he progresses onto the Mount Rushmore of world strikers. Let's see if he can close out his career. 1 more season with Real Madrid, and then 1 more with AC Milan, and that'll be it. Can Endrick close out his career with a bang? Endrick's time is almost up at Real Madrid, and he is the top scorer. 23 goals so far. Where are they in the league? 5th again. Okay, so they're either 1st or 5th. No in between. They're not going to get Champions League either. They're just probably too far off. What about other tournaments? No Supercopa. No Copa de España. Champions League? Nah, they're not in it. They won their group and then got bounced by Arsenal in the round of 16. What a massive, massive club Arsenal are. Endrick leaves Real Madrid. 23 goals. We add that to his tally. We can get him up to, what, 316? That's insane. With 1 season to go, he could theoretically, if he scores 34 goals next season, he gets 350. Let's see if he can do that. And there we go. Now Endrick is an AC Milan player. 1 year here at the Italian Giants, and that's the end of his career. Ballon d'Or time. Is he going to get nominated in his final chance? No, he's not there. 3 random players and Erling Haaland. Haaland was here at the start. Haaland's here at the end, and Endrick is not. And look at this AC Milan team. Rafael Leao is old. I'm assuming you'll have Xavi Simons on the left and Nusa on the right, or maybe Manzilu. In midfield, it's going to be Gonzalez, Kobe Mainu, and then probably Kowalczyk. It's a pretty decent team, but how did they get on? Standings, 6th. Okay, so they've not done very well. They're miles off the title as well. 16 points off Juve, who also won the Super Cup. Coppa Italia, they got knocked out in round 3 to Lecco. That's a team I've never heard of. Insult my ball knowledge all you want. Try more. Europa League, they are there. Got knocked out in the quarters to Villarreal. Okay, so it's been pretty poor. But how's Endrick done with his goals? Is he going to get to 350? 19. He's not going to get to 350. Xavi Simons actually outscored him. So let's finish this out. The final game of Endrick's career is going to be against Napoli. He's going to be going away to the Italian coast in the shadow of Mount Vesuvius. Can he cap off his career with a victory? A draw, but a goal in his final ever game. Endrick ends on 20 goals for the season, 336 goals for his career, and probably a better career than R9. Having that said, thank you so much for watching this video.